Hiya. We all know that music is often described as a universal language. It's quite amazing how we can listen to a song that's sung in a completely different language to our own and yet still feel it as if it's using our mother tongue to talk to us. Now that is something remarkable about music that I really love. But as my next single is a Mandarin Chinese folk song, I thought I would just go through the lyrics with you. Because even though music is a universal language, sometimes it's nice to know what you're singing about. So, before I go on to explain the lyrics of Li Hua, Jasmine Flower, I feel I should just give you a little bit of background as to how Chinese works as a language. Now, the great thing about Mandarin Chinese is that even before you add a melody to lyrics, they already have a tune. They are already tuneful, they are already melodic because Mandarin Chinese is a tonal language. Let me show you what that means. So the word ma has several different meanings depending on the tune that you give to it. So there are 4 tones in Mandarin. Let me describe them for you. Okay, we have first tone, ma, second tone, ma, third tone, ma, and fourth tone, ma. Did you get that? Should we do it again? Let's do it again. Okay. Ma, 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 ma. And those are the tones. Now, ma is also used as a verbal question mark. And that's because if we were to go up at the end of our sentences to ask a question, that would be changing the tone of the words that come before the question mark. So in Chinese, you say a statement and then add a verbal question mark, because then you don't have to go up at the end of your sentences, which changes the meaning of the words. Let me give you an example. So if you wanted to ask somebody, do you like music? The way that you do it in Chinese is you would say, you like music as a statement, and then add the verbal question mark, ma, at the end. And that indicates that you're asking somebody a question. So what you do is you say the statement first, you like music, 你喜欢音乐, and then add the verbal question mark of ma at the end. And that means that you're asking them a question. So 你喜欢音乐 turns into 你喜欢音乐吗? And then you're asking a question. So let me show you as well how the tones are so important. I've got a couple of examples for you. So the first one uses a lot of the different meanings of ma. So I'll read you the English translation first, okay? Mother is riding a horse. The horse is slow. Mother scolds the horse. Now, before we go any further, I'm a vegetarian and I'm not endorsing any scolding of horses going on. Just to be very clear about this, okay? Okay. But in Chinese, we read it like this. You ready? 妈妈骑马，马慢，妈妈慢马。This is how important the tones are. Okay, I've got another example. You ready? So this one uses the sounds s and sh. So this is a famous tongue twister in Chinese where they say 4 is 4, 10 is 10, 14 is 14, and it goes on. But let me show you what that sounds like. I need to prepare myself for this. 4是4，10是10，14是14。And it goes on. So, you can see how important the tones are and how they really do change the meaning of words. So that is why the tones are so important in Mandarin. And it also gives the sentence that you're saying its own tune before you even add a melody to it. Another great example of this is when we say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in English. Yeah, it's, you know, it is what it is. When you say it in Mandarin, it's got a tune to the sentence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, it's got a little tune already, and I love that. So now let us dive in to the lyrics of Li Hua, which is Jasmine Flower. So this is my latest single, and it is available on my latest album, Live in Concert. And I just love the story of this song. It's so beautiful. It's a really lovely Chinese folk song, and it originates from the Qing dynasty. I just love the story that it tells. And it's about somebody who is admiring the jasmine flower and saying about how beautifully white it is and how fragrant it is and how all these wonderful flowers fill up the branches, and they just want to be able to pick some of the flowers to give to the people that they love. And I think that's really a really lovely story. So let me show you how Li Hua has a tune even before you add the melody, and let's go through the lyrics together. Okay, so for Li Hua, the first two lines are repeated, and it is, I'll tell you what, I'll do this slowly, okay, so that you can really hear the tones in the lyrics. 好一朵美丽的茉莉花. Do you hear how it has a tune already, even before you start adding any melody to it? 好一朵美丽的茉莉花. Yeah, you can hear that tune, and then the tune is added, and I guess you're wondering what happens, right? Because I've already said, if you change your sentence, like when you're asking a question, if you go up at the end of your sentence, then it changes the meaning. So how do we add a melody without changing the meaning? Thankfully, at this point, we throw the tones out the window. It's the only way to do it. How can we sing a song in Chinese if we can't do that? Because we would be changing the meaning of the song constantly by adding melody, yes? So when you add melody, you throw the tones out of the window, and it sounds like this. 好一朵美丽的茉莉花，好一朵美丽的茉莉花. So that first line is repeated twice, and basically what it means is, wow, what a beautiful jasmine flower. That is basically what it means. What a beautiful jasmine flower. So 美丽 is beautiful, that's what it means. And then 茉莉花 is jasmine flower. So now let's move on to the second line, okay? And we've got 芬芳美丽满枝桠. So I did that slowly then, hopefully you can hear all of the tones and the tune that it has even before a melody is applied to the lyrics. So that basically just means 芬芳 is the aromas, how it smells. Yeah, the fragrance, that's what it means. A beautiful fragrance fills up the branch. So 美丽, we have that again, which means beautiful. So a beautiful fragrance, and it fills up the branch. 芬芳美丽满枝桠. The next line, 又香又白人人夸. So that's another way of saying fragrant. 香 is a very good word to use for how it smells, you know, the fragrance of it. So 又香又白, so it's fragrant and white. And then 人人夸 means people praise it. They praise it for its white flowers and its beautiful fragrance. 又香又白人人夸. So this next part of the song, this next sentence goes on to the story of how we'd love to be able to pick a few to give to the people that we love, okay? So this next line is 让我来将你摘下. I love that that's got such a lovely tune already. 让我来将你摘下, which means to let me come and pick a few of the flowers. 让我来将你摘下. And then 送给情郎家. Now, there are different versions of this song, okay? So that line can be read and sung as 送给别人家. But the version that I learnt when I was studying at Nanjing University in China, it was 送给情郎家. So they basically mean a very similar thing. 送给别人家 means to give to, 别人 literally translated is other people, and then 家 family. Okay, so it's the people that we love. And then the version that I learnt at Nanjing University, 情郎 means a boyfriend. It means a love interest in your life. Okay, so there are different versions. I personally learnt the Qinglangjia because that's what I learnt when I was studying at Nanjing University, but you can also sing 别人家, and that's also correct. There are different versions of this song.
送给金郎家.
And then the very last line is just praising the jasmine flower again. 茉莉花呀茉莉花. Jasmine flower, oh jasmine flower.
茉莉花呀茉莉花，茉莉花呀茉莉花。
So now we've gone through all of the lyrics for Jasmine Flower. When you hear the song, you will know exactly what we are singing about. So even though music is a universal language, now you know the translation of 茉莉花, the jasmine flower. So as I said, this is my latest single. It's coming out on Chinese New Year on Friday, the 12th of February 2021, and it is on my latest album, Live in Concert. So you can listen to it there too. Live in Concert is available from my website mary-jess.com, so please do go there and grab a copy if you'd like one. And in the meantime, 茉莉花 will be available on all download and streaming platforms on Chinese New Year on the 12th of February. So have a listen when it comes out, or have a listen on your albums. Let me know what you think now that you know the full meaning of the lyrics, and I'd love to hear from you. Okay, until next time.